This is Kristin Jamieson with Success Mortgage Partners. Today we're going to be talking about the first 4 major milestones in the mortgage loan process. Loan processing. The first of the 4 major milestones. One is where your loan's going to be pre-underwritten by our processors to ensure we have everything we need in that file to submit your loan to underwriting. So they're going to verify that we have all of your W-2s and tax returns and bank statements and verifications of employment, verifications of rent. They're pulling all of the pieces of the puzzle together, and they're going to make it look really nice and neat. Once they have it all put together, then at that point, they're going to submit it into underwriting. We strive for our loan processors to hold the file for no more than 72 hours before they push it on throughout the process into the next step. Sometimes there are things that can get held up and the loan may stay in processing a little bit longer, but it's usually related to the buyer or our borrower not getting us the documents that are required to move the file along. Underwriting is by far, in my opinion, aside from the appraisal, one of the most stressful times in the process, that initial underwrite. So it's going to get placed in a line with all of the other loans that are coming in to our office and within our company for that month. And it's randomly assigned to an underwriter. So you never know who you're going to get. They're going to pick up the file, and that's when, again, it's a double check of what the loan originator did in the pre-approval process, what the processor did in putting the file together for the underwriter. But now it's with the underwriter. So they're going to go through the file with a fine-tooth comb. They're going to recalculate income and they're going to look at the appraisal. They're going to look at the paycheck stubs. And there are sometimes things that we miss, like child support coming out of the paycheck stubs, that we were told that the borrower doesn't pay child support, and that can affect qualifying. So the underwriters are in place, one, to protect you and making sure that you're not getting in over your head and buying the property that you're buying, and two, to protect the lender or the bank and what they're lending. We want to make sure that all of our clients succeed in their home buying endeavors, and they're never buying something that they can't truly afford. There are a few different ways that files can come out of underwriting. Approved with conditions is exactly what we want to see. That's as far as you can be at that point in the process, and it's kind of your little sigh of relief. You've made it past the underwriter. And what approved with conditions really means is the underwriter is going to issue you a conditional commitment to lend as long as you provide what they're asking for. If this is a purchase, one of the most common conditions is verification of your earnest money deposit. We have to see that money coming out of your bank statement and what the resulting balance is in your bank after that money comes out. Oftentimes we'll get to closing, and if that didn't get verified correctly, the buyer may be short funds to close, and that doesn't do anybody any good at the closing table if we're short funds to close. We do everything up front so quickly and get the files in that a lot of times the appraisal's not in before the loan file's underwritten. So we have, a condition for the appraisal. We'll have a condition for the title commitment, which is, the little storybook in public records about your property and everything that's ever been done to it. And then other miscellaneous conditions, maybe we might need an updated pay stub, or we might need a bank statement, or your driver's license you decided to fax and it wasn't very clear, so maybe we take a picture of it and text it instead. They're very minor. There could be letters of explanation needed. Maybe you had a bankruptcy or a short sale or a foreclosure in the past, and you were absolutely out of your waiting period and very well qualified, but the underwriters are going to want to make sure, what happened, what caused those situations, and what have you done since then to ensure that it never happens again. The underwriters are there, again, to to protect you and make sure that you're not getting in over your head, and you're going to, fully succeed in your new home with no problems. Your loan's clear to close. Like that's the happy dance. That's the time that you are supposed to get most excited. So the underwriter you provided all of the conditions to meet the approval for the underwriter, and our processing department has done their verbal verification of employment prior to close, and you're clear to close. I mean, there's no turning back now. Nothing that's going to keep you from getting into your home. These are the 4 major milestones in the mortgage loan process, and a lot happens in between, but these are the 4 biggest. If you ever have questions about the mortgage loan process or any of the major milestones, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself or my team at 352-242-1535.